Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing? Well, I'm back with another episode of Demolition Company Gold. And I gotta admit, hey, the first episode did not get a lot of love. But here's the thing, I kind of expected that. And as I explained in the first episode, and in the spotlight I did of this game a few months back, this sort of got lost. When it came out, there was a real movement in simulator games. Not a great one, but there was a movement in simulator games. They were popular. They were popular because gaming companies realized you could actually make money with them. Some of the tycoon games were really good. Transport Tycoon, Industry Tycoon. And then there's games like Farming Simulator 2009, which was very successful. And again, a lot of developers jumped on the bandwagon and said, "Hey, simulator games, well, they don't require a lot of story, a lot of background. You don't sort of need cutscenes and a lot of other expensive things. And as long as you develop some reasonable models, they're probably not going to be an open worldy thing. They're more of a sandbox, maybe, but a small one." And that's great. For people that like simulators, there was a plethora of choices. Downside? Most of them were really bloody terrible. And didn't help Demolition Company at all that most of them also had a construction vehicle of one form or another on the cover of the box, just like Demolition Company did. The same sort of titling. Simulator was in prominent writing. And, some of them were just freaking terrible, and I know because I own a bunch of them. And then there's the other reason I think that, well, maybe didn't quite get the fair shake that it should. And that would be YouTube. Now, I've watched quite a few YouTube reviews, Let's Plays, etc. For Demolition Company. And quite frankly, they sort of fell into two categories. The first category was people who obviously weren't actually simulator fans. And so approached the game right off the bat with the attitude that, oh yeah, this is going to be fun, ha ha, right? And then of course did the first mission or a couple of the tutorials, which are extremely slow, extremely simple. If you watch the first video, or, basically all we did was we knocked down a few walls that were kind of like the size of these doorways with a sledgehammer. And no, that's not real super duper exciting gameplay by any stretch of the imagination. But the other group they fell into was the ones who did the first mission or a couple of tutorials, and again, because that is kind of slow, well, didn't really thrill and chill. But then you get on to a few missions. Okay, this is the second mission available in the game. And the idea here is you want to destroy this little hut on top of the roof. You don't want to wreck the roof. And what you really don't want is a whole bunch of this ending up falling out of the side into the construction yard. So, now you actually have to think about it. Because if you just knock the thing down, you're going to knock a lot of it down there. You are on a timer, and as I yak, that does wind down. So, I'm going to think that what I want to do first, these heavy concrete supports, I think those need to be dealt with. Okay. We've broken a chunk out. Let's push it off to the side. And do the same with that one. And then, there we go. Now I know that support is gone completely. I'm going to do the same thing here. There we go. Just to make sure I don't accidentally end up knocking that off the roof. I'm going to break the lower support into a couple of chunks. And you'll notice I get a little bit of money every time I break a decent sized chunk of concrete up. I've made $735, and I could walk away now without finishing the mission, and I would have that much at least. Okay. Now, we have basically the safe side of the building has been structurally weakened. I'm just going to add to that a little bit by breaking the corners up. Okay, good. Alright. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. If you fall off, you won't get hurt, but it takes a fair bit of time to get all the way back up again. And yeah, you want to try and make sure you push those inward. And that you, of course, don't step off the edge of the building. You want to always have the audio up on this game, because what can happen too is the sounds are quite realistic. Alright, now I'm going to sneak around the back here without falling off. There we go. And do the same here. Loosen this part of the structure up. And keep in mind, in any mission, as you scroll through your mouse wheel, any of the tools it brings up, you are allowed to use on that mission. Which means for this one, unfortunately, all it's going to actually bring up for me. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me. All it'll bring up for me is sledgehammers, and oop, that's because it's already broken up. Okay, are sledgehammers and jackhammers. Uh-oh. Okay, we're coming awful close to a tip point here. So I can hear this crackling continuously in the background. So a little bit on the red bar, so somewhere in there something fell off the edge too. I'm really thinking this should start to break over on me soon. I think it's just that piece that's holding it. There we go. Nice, we managed to keep all of that up there. Now there shouldn't be enough of this to worry about it plopping backwards on us. Hopefully. Oh, that piece just went off the side. That's not good. Not good. There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Fall forward. There, it's the ticket. That's the ticket. Not too much of that fell off. Cool. Break up these forward pieces. Should allow it to all slide forward a little more. We're almost there. I think if I break this roof up a little bit, we'll be good. I think I'm stuck. There we go. Nice thing about being stuck, though. Ah, this is probably why they're saying not enough of it's down. There we go. How did we do? Not too shabby. Cool. There we go. So we made ourselves $15,800 on that mission. We didn't gain any experience because I'd done the mission before. But there you are. See, that one required a little more thinking. And as we move on in the missions, they increase. I mean, we're only a mission or two away before we actually have to use explosives to take a building down. And the same sort of parameters as this one. The building you take down, you can't just blow it up all over the construction yard. That's easy, and any monkey could just simply throw 50 charges in, hit the primer, and boom. No, you have to sort of, go in and weaken a few bits here and there to make sure the building's going to come the way you want, and because you're not dealing with shaped charges. you're dealing with brute force charges. So, but anyway, that's been that mission. We did well. We now have $40,000. When we get about the $100,000 mark, I think there's something we need to buy. So, this has been Species 7. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And, as I say, it's worth sticking around to check out, because this game is quite deceiving. It rose well above a lot of the others. There is a large variance of missions, a large variance of vehicles. It's pretty much bug-free, and it's really quite a lot of fun and a little bit of thought. So, until next time, take care of each other, and ciao for now.